Hi, my beautiful ladies. Good morning. Welcome to our Friday workout. I'm very excited. I miss you so much. And I have some extra fun exercises for you today. And what we'll need for today's workout is a band, a chair or a bench, weights. If you have a glider or a paper towel, paper plate, either one would work, and also the mat, okay? And your planking face, because we're going to do some amazing planks today. Woo! I'm excited for you. So what we're going to do for the warm-up, we're going to start with sumo squats, but I'm going to actually show you the modified version, which is the leg lift, with some punches. So what we'll do, if you have sensitive knees, let's start with a leg lift. Tighten that core. Shoulders back and down, abs engaged. You lift the leg up, you feel the top of the thigh burning, right? Abs are engaged, and then you're going to do 2 sets on the same leg if you have sensitive knees, right? We won't switch it to sumos for you if you have sensitive knees. So the leg will stay up, shoulders are down. Now, if your shoulders are sensitive, keep them close to the body. If they're okay, we're going to start with a little punch forward. That's going to warm up your shoulders. It's going to warm up your thighs, okay? So the first 2 sets, I'll stay with this exercise, and I'm going to show you the form, and then the last 2, I'll switch it to the sumo squat. Now, if you have sensitive knees, stay with this. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to join me for the sumo squats. Nice work, everybody. So shoulders are down, chest is open. If this feels good on your shoulders, keep going. If your shoulder doesn't like it, just keep the elbows tacked in. Hold the leg up. Nice. Stop. Keep going. Now, if you're staying with this exercise for all 4 sets because you have sensitive knees, stay on the same sides. Don't switch. Now, I will switch just so I can get both sides going here. Nice. Keep going. Abs are super tight.
Set 2.
Nice. Just punching forward. Now, number 2, I want you to imagine you're almost pushing somebody away. You got the palm facing forward. You got the abs super tight, and you're breathing. Keep the abs engaged, shoulders are down. Very good. So this is number 2. Number 3, if your knees are okay and you want to try, you're going to join me for the sumo squat for the last 2 sets to warm up the body and inner thighs. Woo! You should feel the burn in the thighs right now, in the shoulders and in the core.
Stop exercise.
Woo! Good going. Now keep going if you're staying with this exercise, okay? Just keep going there. Now we're going to switch it to the sumo. One of my favorite ones. Inner thighs are working. Pushing through the heels, make sure your knees and your ankles are all aligned. Abs are super tight.
3.
Hold the sumo squat, whatever feels good on your knees. Keep your core super tight, and then continue with open palms like this. Good. Breathing. Good job. Imagine you're pushing somebody away. Engage in the core. Nice work. Make sure it feels good on your shoulders. If it doesn't, tuck the elbows in and hold it there. Nice work. Woo! Keep going, everybody. We're going to make it a little bit more challenging in a second. Woo! This is the warm-up. Then our first exercise today is going to be a plank. We're going to start and finish with a plank. Woo! I know you're excited. Now let's go back to punches, but fast ones. And little pulses. Make sure the knees feel good. You're pushing your knees out. Woo! Keep going.
4.
If it's too easy, go deeper. Good going. I want to get your heart rate up a little bit. Shoulders down, chest stays open. I know you got it. Woo! Keep going. Pushing through the heels. Squeezing the abs super tight. Feeling the thighs, feeling the arms, feeling the shoulders. Then we're going to switch to the bench or the chair you got. And we're going to do our planks there. Woo! Keep going. Fun planks today. Keep going. I know you got it.
Stop exercise.
Nice work. I hope you felt the burn, ladies. Okay, so now let's switch to the bench or the chair you have available. And what we'll do, if you have a sensitive shoulder, you just start with straight arms, either palms or knuckles, either one, whatever feels better. Squeeze your tushy and hold this, right? Just hold it if you have a sensitive back and shoulder. If you want to make this harder, you're going to start with that row. Now see how my tushy is squeezed? I'm not moving my body at all. I'm just squeezing the abs super tight. Very good. Now I'm going to show you a little bit more challenging version of this in a second. Make sure your knuckles are liking this, or your hands, whichever way you're doing it. Make sure your wrists are liking it. If they don't, just switch it to the forearms and go this way into the right.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. Squeeze in the abs. Let's do 2 more. 1, and then 1 more. Take a quick break actually on this because when we're adding the movement, the back is working a little harder, so I want to keep you nice and safe. Now make sure the shoulder likes it. The back likes it, right? So squeeze everything super tight. So now, number 2, actually we'll go back to straight arms. I'm going to make it a little different. I'm going to extend the arm, squeeze the tricep, bring it back, set it down without moving the hips. Lift, squeeze the tricep, bring it back, set it down. Now this is only if your shoulders feel good and you want to make it harder and your back feels good. Now again, you could do this on your forearms, and I'll show you in a second the other version of it. Can you hear me? I'm already out of breath.
Stop.
Keep going. Take a quick break actually. Just for a second. Readjust your back. Now we're going to go on your forearms. We're going to switch it up. And I'm going to stay on that one side doing that tricep kickback. Okay, I'm not adding weights because that might be too much for the back. Just something different.
3.
Make sure you squeeze the abs. Now this is only if you want to make it more challenging. Good. If you are already challenged with the other way, keep going with the other way. Good. Look at me shaking. Woo! Squeeze the abs super tight. You're on one side right now. Make sure the abs are super tight. Shoulders are down. And good breathing. Woo! This is hard. Keep going. Squeeze the back of the arms. Now this is only if you have a strong back and strong shoulders.
Exercise.
Take a break. Woo! My goodness. Woo! Good work. Let's switch sides. Make sure it feels good on the back and the shoulders. Then when we finish with this, we're going to go on the floor for the side leg of your favorite. And we might have to put the band on too. Woo! Come on. Last one. The other side. No weights today. We're just really focusing on the form. I want you to feel your obliques a little bit. So the sides. I want you to feel low abs. Squeeze the abs. If this is too much for the shoulders, go back to the regular plank. You never want to feel any pain in the back, neck, shoulders. Keep going. Come on, you got it. Squeeze everything in the body right now. Woo! Come on. I know you got it.
Stop exercise and switch to the next
awesome.
position.
Good job, ladies. Good job. Now let's put a band on if you have one available. And we're going to go on your side. You know how much I love this side like this. So if you have a sensitive neuro back and you want to modify this, you just do the clamshell, which is opening, closing, knees bend, abs in, shoulders down. If you want to make it more challenging, you're creating that straight line with the body and you do the alphabet. You go A, B, C. So you're drawing alphabet. D. Your leg is a little higher than hip height. And then your toes are pointing down. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Keep going. Good job. Shoulders are down. Chest stays open. Nice.
Stop exercise.
Very good. Keep going. I want you to feel that hip working. Good. Now take a break from the alphabet. Hold that position. Just hold it. Squeeze the abs super tight. I want you to feel that tension in the hip. Good. If you don't have a band available, you can always put a weight on top of that leg. Good. And then the last one, let's go up a little higher than that hip height. And then just do tiny little pulses, barely moving. You know how much I love those pulses. Good, tiny little ones. There's so many different variations, but this is a good burnout one, right? So you feel that burn in the hip. Squeeze in the abs, so it's coming from the core, always. Good job. Woo! Keep going. The first one was a coordination, right? When you do the alphabet and you have to move the leg, you kind of have to think about it a little bit more. Now this one is really burning. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, let's switch sides. Good job. I will always have you do a side leg lift, ladies. a blanket and a wall. So those are my favorite, just different
Begin
variations.
set 3.
So again, you start with a clamshell if you have a sensitive knee or back. If you want to make it more challenging, put your toes down. You're going to start with the alphabet. A. Good. B. Nice. C. Good. Now again, this side is always harder. Woo! Keep going. Good. Nice. Don't give up. Keep breathing. You can bring your head down all the way, or you could support it as long as your neck likes it, okay? And then make sure the core is tight the whole time.
Stop.
The body doesn't move. You can also put your hand down to make it a little bit more stable if you need to. Good job. Now, through the break, we're going to hold this. Woo! Keep going. I'm burning. You know that band is amazing. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment because it can make the exercise so much harder. Now, little tiny pulses. This is our final one. Right now, we're burning. If you don't have the band, use the weight. Tiny pulses. The higher you go, the harder it gets. Just don't arch your back there. Then after this, we're going to work on your obliques. Woo! It's going to be fun. The abs are going to be sore. Keep the band on for the next ab exercise, ladies. Woo! My goodness, it's burning. The hips are shaking. Woo, point the toes down. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, take a break. Woo, that was amazing. My goodness. That was good work we did, ladies. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now if you have a sensitive back, just focus on engaging the abs, squeezing the tushy, and holding it for 5 and release. Okay, this is a modification. You want to make it a little bit more challenging. You add a crunch, okay, and then you go opposite armpit, opposite knee. So we're going to go like this. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, and switch. Good. 1, 2, 3, and switch. Make sure you're not pulling on your neck. There's no neck tension. Good. And switch. Last week, we did an ab exercise with the band, but we did not focus on the obliques. Today, I want you to feel it along your side. Now, this is if your back
Stop.
gets a little sensitive, but you're still okay lifting the legs up. Okay? So you're going to continue with this. Just keep going. If it's too easy, keep going. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging by lifting both legs up, but make sure your back feels good. If you have a sensitive back, don't do it this way. Go back to the number 2 one I showed you. Now we're going to go for pulses. We're going to go 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. Good job. So every time you're doing the movement, you're really focusing on squeezing the abs super tight. So it's the obliques you're focusing on. Woo! Make sure you're not pulling on your neck. 1, 2. Good going. Now some of you are saying, Evie, this is still too easy. I'm going to make it harder. I'll show you a little bit more challenging version of this exercise. Keep going. Good. Give it a nice hold every time you go up. Woo! Keep breathing. Make sure that back feels good. The back wants to come up. Don't let it. Now, to make this harder, we do the straight legs. Now, this is really, really challenging. You have to be very careful with the low back. Whenever your legs are up straight like this, your back wants to come up all the way, so don't let it. Woo! 1, 2, and switch. Good job. Beautiful. After this, bridges are coming. Woo! I know you're excited. If you want to make this harder, go tiny bit faster. This way you're going to get more reps in. Chin is high. Feel the low abs.
Stop. Exercise.
Woo! Keep going. Come on, I know you got it. We're almost there. Squeezing everything in the body. Again, if your back is getting tired, go back to this one. 1, 2, switch.
Begin set 4.
If the back is really sensitive, go back to 1, 2, and switch, okay? So either one is good. I'm going to go back to the most challenging one. My abs are on fire. Woo! We're going to be so sore, ladies. Good work, everybody. Chin is high. If your neck is getting tired, you can always bring your head down, and you can just do little movements, or just squeezing the abs, do a little pelvic tilt. Either one is good. Woo! Keep going. After this, we got the bridges going. Nice
Stop
work.
exercise.
Take a break, everybody. Good job. That's a hard one. Very good. So we're going to keep the band if you have it available. Again, if you don't normally do bridges at the gym because of the back, again, you do the pelvic tilt, you squeeze your tushies super tight like a bridge, and you tighten the core, and then you release, okay? Do that, but don't arch the back. Now, if you normally do bridges at the gym and your back is fine, let's start with a modified version of it. So squeeze in the glutes super tight. And again, we got that glass of water there. Glass is something. I'm going to have you put your hands down with palms facing up. So that's going to rotate your shoulders back. You're either holding this position, if this is already challenging, or you're adding that little walk. Slowly going down, not letting the hips go down. We're just warming up the hamstrings right now.
Stop exercise.
Keep going. The palms are facing up. Shoulders are relaxed. Good going. This is just the warm up. You're not going to feel the burn yet. The burn is coming your way. Woo! Keep going.
Set 2.
Okay, so set 2. Now, if that felt good on your back, keep going with that. If you want to make it harder, you extend the leg out, you bring it up, and then you come up higher. So you lower the leg a little bit, lift it up, go higher up. Good. This is only if your back feels good. Nice. Woo! Don't let your hips drop. Good job. Push through that heel. Imagine when you lift the leg up, it's like you're pushing the ceiling with your heel.
Exercise.
Good. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll switch sides. Good. Nice. Let's do the other side. See how my heel is pushed in? Oh, I felt my hamstring burning. Okay, let's do the other side now.
Begin set 3.
And if you have a sensitive back, you're either doing pelvic tilt, squeezing the tushy, or just lifting the hips high with both feet down. Now, this is the most challenging version of this exercise. Very good. And then lift. Good. Inhale. When the leg goes down, it doesn't go down too low. It just goes down a little bit, almost like you want to keep it parallel with the other leg. Woo! I'm cramping up in that hamstring. Keep going, ladies. I hope you are too.
Stop exercise.
Good job. Let's do 2 more. Lift. Let's do 1 more. Lift. Good. And now we're just going to do a couple on this side and a couple on the other. I hope you felt the burn. I did. Woo! Good going, everybody. So palms are facing up again.
Set 4.
Good. This is only if your back likes it. Good. Go down, come up, go down, and up, and good. Nice and control. Let's do a couple on this side and a couple on the other. Good. After we finish with this, ladies, we are going to do our wall sit. Woo! Who's excited? I'm excited for you. Let's switch legs. Good. So up, down, up, lift.
Stop
Pushing through that heel.
exercise.
Let's do a
Switch
couple
to the
more.
next station.
2, 3, and the last one. Good job. Now let's keep that band on. We're going to roll to the side and go against the wall if you have one available. If not, you could always do the leg lifts, ladies. Woo! That was
Begin
good.
set
Nice work.
1.
Okay, so you can go a little heavier on this because we're going to add a combination of the bicep and a shoulder exercise. You know how I like to do both. Now you're pushing through the heels. If you have sensitive knees, don't go high, don't go really low. Okay, stay up higher. If you want to make it harder, you go lower. You know how much I love the wall sit. So what we're going to do, we're going to extend your arm out like this, okay? If your shoulder allows you. If it doesn't, just do a bicep curl with that other arm. Good. Oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. I hope you are too.
Stop.
Now your back is flat. You're pushing into that band. Now every time you go up with a bicep, you move your arm to the side. And you bring it back. Good. Keep your shoulders down. Good. Squeeze the bicep. It's a coordination exercise.
Set 2.
Woo! We've done presses the other time. We've done punches the other time. So today we're kind of changing it up a little bit. Coordination. Now if you have sensitive elbows, go very light on the weights or just hold the wall sit. Make sure this feels good on your shoulder. You have sensitive shoulders, you don't have to keep that arm out. Just keep going. Woo! You got 2 more exercises left after this, ladies. I know you got it. You can do it. And another plank is coming. My goodness.
Stop.
We're planking away today. Keep going. We don't want any breaks. Unless your knees are getting tired, then come up higher. Or just do the leg lift on the chair. Always a good modification. Woo! You can always have that bicep too as you're doing the leg lift. So what I'm trying to do, I always try to do as many muscle groups as possible so you get the most out of the workout, ladies. Make sure the knee feels good. Your back stays flat. If you have a sensitive neck, don't lift that arm forward like that. Whew. Or if you do, keep your shoulders relaxed. Good. Imagine I glued my lower back to the wall. Keep going. Woo. We're almost there. When we finish, we're going to work on your glutes and the tricep, a tiny bit. We're going to do a little combo. So we're going to keep your band for the next exercise. And we're going to use our paper plate, paper towel. If you have a floor, that either one should work. If you have a carpet, it might be a little harder, but don't worry. You could still do the movement, okay? You're still going to feel the burn. So we're going to do the tricep and tricep at the same time for the next exercise. Woo! We're going to combine them both. Good going. If you have a sensitive shoulder, you don't have to do the tricep kickback, ladies. And we're going to go very light, like a 3 pounds. If you have okay shoulders and elbows, you could do a 5 for the next exercise. It's coming your way. Woo! Now, I'll start with a modification for everybody for the knees. Then I'll make it harder, okay?
Stop exercise and switch to the next.
Keep the band on, ladies. We're almost there. So if you have a sensitive knee, you're going to go up on your tippy toes with your back flat, okay? So you're doing calf raises, back is flat. Put your hand behind you. This feels good on your shoulder. And do a little tricep kickback. So you're squeezing the back of the arms, working the balance, okay? This is number 1. But I'm going to just switch it quickly and show you the more challenging version of this exercise. So my hand is behind my body like this if the shoulder allows me. And then I'm doing a tricep squeeze. And I'm working my hips at the same time with the band, with the glider. If you don't have a glider available, you just do the tap. Bring it in. Tap. Bring it in. Good job.
Stop.
Keep going.
Exercise.
Nice. If you want to make this harder, you just go a little deeper. Now your low back should not feel this. If you feel your low back, I want you to come up all the way and go into those calf raises, okay? Always a good modification.
Begin set 2.
Nice. So right now we're getting your triceps. We're getting the hips. Woo! Come on, keep going. Let's speed it up a little bit. I want you to feel that burn. Make sure that standing leg is not feeling any pain in the knee. You're pushing through that hip and you're pushing through that heel. Keep going. Now I got my hand behind my body like this just to keep my back nice and straight. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulder, keep it next to the body. Woo! Keep going.
Exercise.
Let's switch sides. My goodness. Good job. All right, let's switch. So again, if that's too much for the knees, shoulder, anything, you could just do little calf raises up and down, heels together. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging and you have okay knees,
Begin set 3.
shoulders, elbows are good, you do a little tricep kickback where you squeeze that tricep, the hand is behind you, shoulders are down, pinching the shoulder blades together. Good going. I know you're thinking planks again. You are. Wow, you're tough. We're going to do them then. Why not? Woo! Good job. Pushing through that heel. See how my back doesn't round at all? My shoulders are relaxed. My chest stays open. Good. I know there's a lot going on. If it's too much with the arm and the leg, just move the leg or the arm. Either one is good. Keep going. Now, if you have a sensitive shoulder, you're just going to go back to the regular plank again with maybe a little movement. I'll show you for the first 2 sets.
Begin set
Then we're going to do
4.
some side planks. Woo! Let's push hard today. Good job. I know you miss me. So when I see you on Fridays, I want to make sure I get you sore for the whole week. Woo! Squeeze it on the top. That tricep's burning. The standing leg is burning. Your back feels good. No pain in the low back. You're pushing through that heel. Woo! It's a balance exercise too. Keep going. Squeeze it super tight.
Stop exercise
Woo!
and switch
That's
to the
awesome.
next
Nice work.
position.
Okay, final one. I can't believe it. Woo! So we're going to start with a modification. You could keep your band on. Now, if you have a sensitive back, shoulders, just hold a plank. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging,
Begin set 1.
and your back is fine, you could add a little lift and a heel tap, and set it down. Lift it up, heel tap, set it down. Squeeze that tushy super tight. Good. Set it down. See how my hips want to sink? Don't let them. Lift, tap, and down. I know a lot of you have been asking for some core work, ladies, for some ab work. The planks are one of the best ab exercises, ladies. They're not only working your abs, but they're working your whole entire body.
Exercise.
Can you hear me being out of breath right now? That's because I'm involving my shoulders, my arms, my legs, my hips, my glutes, my balance, everything. Let's take a quick break for a second. Just a quick one. Now, if your wrists are getting tired, let's switch it to the
Begin
forearms.
set 2.
If your back is good, or if you do have a sensitive back, and this feels okay on the back, just hold that position. If you want to make it harder, you lift, tap, set it down. The idea is to not arch the back. You squeeze your tushy super tight. Nice, nice. Tap and then down. Good. Then after this, we're going to do our side planks, ladies. Woo! Keep going. Very good. For the side plank, you only do the side plank if you have a shoulder that's not sensitive.
Stop
Woo, let's do
exercise.
one more. Woo. Good job. Now, if you have sensitive shoulders, either keep going with what you're doing. Don't switch it to the side plank, okay? So now, this is a modification for the side plank. Both knees
Begin
bend,
set 3.
elbow direct underneath the shoulder, lift and hold, okay? Hold that, or just go up and down. Make sure it feels good on the shoulder. I'm going to make this harder, okay? So shoulders are down, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, squeeze the abs. You lift, okay? You lift and hold. So first I'm going to show you the right form. So your hips are nice and high, elbow directly underneath the shoulder. If this is too easy, your knees feel good, you do a little lift. But squeeze your tushy. Don't go up high. Good. Woo! It's a hard one. Good. If that's
Stop
too much,
exercise.
go back to the planks over there. Keep breathing. This is only for the ones who feel good with their knees and back and shoulders. Let's switch sides. Last side of Woo! Modification. Again,
Begin
knees
set
bend,
4.
abs in. You go up, hold it, or up and down, okay? The idea is to have that elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Now, if you want to make it harder, let's lift it up. Squeeze the tushy. You feel the tushy working, not your low back. You lift, slowly lower. Abs are super tight. I don't know about you, but I am out of breath right now. Woo! Keep going. You've got this. If you're doing a regular plank on the bench or the bed or the floor, keep going. You squeeze the tushy. Super tight.
Exercise. Your training
Woo!
is now complete.
We did it, ladies. That was amazing. Good job. Now I'm going to show you 2 of the stretches we can do to kind of loosen up the hips a little bit and also to stretch your back, okay? So first one, let's take the band off. And what we're going to do, we're going to slowly roll down. Oh, my abs are already sore. Hopefully yours too. Now you're going to keep your abs engaged, right? So you're squeezing the abs right now. You're going to lift one leg towards you, okay? Now, to grab it underneath your leg, maybe kind of more on top of your knee a little bit. And imagine you're bringing this knee to the opposite shoulder. But keep the abs super tight. Don't rotate your hips. And just bring this to you. Almost like That knee's going to this shoulder right now, okay? And push it in. I want you to feel that nice little stretch right here in your piriformis. Now, if you're saying, Evie, I'm not feeling this relief, you can make this harder by combining, only if you have a back that's not sensitive. If you have a sensitive back, stick to this one. If you want to make this harder, you cross it over the other leg, you straighten that top leg, and you just hold it like this. Now you're really going to feel it in that piriformis. You can also push it out into that knee, shoulders relaxed, and breathe. Good. This is only if your back feels good. You're still trying to engage the core on this, because whenever you lift both legs up, it definitely gets harder on your back. Good. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's put that one foot down. Now we're going to cross this leg over the other. And now you're going to bring this knee, you can grab it here, you can put it on top, kind of towards that opposite shoulder, okay? I want you to feel right in here. This is a great one if you have sciatica or if you have a sensitive back. This is the easier version of the stretch. You still want to feel right here through the glute piriformis. Very good. Feels amazing. Now if you want to make this harder, you cross it over this leg, you squeeze the abs super tight before you lift both legs up. And then you extend that other leg to keep it straight. So this way you're getting the hamstring and you're getting your piriformis. Good job. You want to make it harder, you're pushing out into the knee with the elbow. So the left elbow, the left knee, you're pushing into it. Good. Nice work. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to bring one leg down, then the other. We're going to roll to the side. We're going to go on your knees again. Now, today for our child's pose, ladies, let's just go a little wider so we can get a little bit of inner thigh stretch. Make sure this feels good on your knees. If it doesn't, just go back to this. Good. And then don't go too deep either. Make sure whatever feels good on the knees. And then sit back onto the heels. Now, our shoulders are going to want to come up. We don't want them to. Sometimes it's even good to just keep one hand out and then one hand down to prevent the tension in the neck. And then just breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Make sure this feels good on your knees. If it doesn't, don't go deep. Or just bring your knees together. Let's go 10. Shoulders are down. It's a great stretch after all the planks we did. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was amazing. Good job, ladies. So we did have our planking face on today, didn't we? We did a great job with the planks. We did different variations, 8 different kinds. Hopefully you're going to be very sore. Don't forget to do more stretches. Check out the YouTube channel we have going with all the stretches and all the workouts we have there. If you miss a workout here, you can always find it on our YouTube channel. And then also, don't forget to do your cardio. It's beautiful outside. Just do it right after. And do those intervals. Try to get yourself a little out of breath during that interval, okay? Whatever you're doing, either biking or walking faster for a minute, just get out of breath, okay, if you can. And you did amazing. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for joining. And have an amazing long weekend. Woo! We did it. Good job.